everyone. Welcome to Twisted Dye Kitchen, my fiber journey. Thank you so much for coming. I'm so glad you're here. Only about a few days late in comparison to last month's. And as you can tell, I got my hair cut again. It's that time of the year. I needed it cut just long enough to put it in a ponytail. So I've been out gardening. I've been starting seeds and putting those little babies outside. It's about 78 degrees today here in Kirkwood, Missouri. So it'll give them a good start to the growing season. So I hope everybody is doing well. If you do pray for Ukraine, those poor people that are there. I send my love and best wishes and saying lots of prayers for them and their families so that this war can end soon without any more destruction. So let's take a few moments and just wish them and pray for them. Thanks for coming again. I really appreciate your support to my channel. I know there's a lot of different podcasts out there that offer different content. Mine is a little bit of everything. I provide content for knitting, spinning, my rug hooking, which I'm at my rug hooking frame right now, and other content for my art journaling. So hope you have a good time and sit with me. This is going to be a short video. I don't have much completed in the knitting world, but that's okay. I'm not in a hurry for it. So let's get on over to the knitting portion. Come on. So as you know, I joined 2 sock knit-alongs. One is with my friend Carrie at My Wool Mitten, and that we worked with our own handspun in order to create our socks. And that is this sock. And if I want to give this to my husband, I think I might, instead of ripping it back. The pattern that I'm using for this sock is the DRK Everyday sock. And I like the pattern. It's easy. It's toe up, just an easy rib, and I like that. However, being a new sock knitter, I struggle with reading the directions, understanding the directions, following the measurements for the foot, the ankle, the toes, the da-da-da-da-da. So, this one is meant for a size 10 foot. I do not have a 10. So this is either going to be one for my husband, which I think I might do because he does a lot with outdoor photography, and I'd like to have him to be nice and warm. And these are bulky, and I think he won't destroy these. But I'll tell you, I really like this heel, and the heel turned out really, really nice. So I'm real proud of that. That's part of the reason why I haven't gone on to the second sock of this, because I was trying to decide if I wanted to go ahead and tear this back, frog it back, or keep it and give it to my husband. I think he's deserving of it, don't you? So I am going to get the second sock, which is right here, and I'm going to go ahead and follow the measurements to this first sock and knit all the way up until where I see the heel turn, and then I'll go ahead and take it from there. I wanted to get it to a certain point and then have them both at the same spot, then I would go ahead and put them back on my circular needles and then knit them two at a time up. So that's the first pair. The second pair, I did tear back. So I had them all the way to the heel turn. And again, I didn't follow the instructions, which is probably the case, or I just was enjoying knitting, and I made another sock for a person that I don't know who, because the measurement was just like, oh my gosh, I did it again. I made it too big. So I ripped it back. This is the DRK, everyday sock. This is my hand spun, and I'll show you the hand spun here. I don't have that much of my hand spun, so I wanted to make sure that I had enough, because this will be going up the leg as well. So right now, here's my hand spun. I really like this. It turned out really cute. And right now I'm getting to the point to where I will be going to the heel turn. So I put it on my foot. I listened to my friend who is a sock expert, and she said, put it on your foot and then go ahead and stop and then do the heel. So that's what I'm doing. So this one should be ready for the heel turn. Here is my second, which will be then put with the white or cream color natural wool, which was just sock yarn that I had, just so that I could make sure that I had enough of my hand spun to do both of the socks. So that's it of my learning curve for my socks. I was discouraged enough to think, should I even just just frog them back and then just use the yarns for something else? And I thought, no, I gotta learn, because I want to make socks. I have 2 sock yarns that I purchased recently, and then I have other sock yarn that I really, really like. And I thought, I'm going to do it. And I just think that I haven't found the pattern that works the best for me. Plus, not only the pattern that works for me, but for my interpretation and my learning curve. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm going to get my coffee. And there's a really different little bird down. Sorry. Shiny object. My brain goes. But there's a different little bird down there that I have not seen before. He's got kind of like a tuft head, and he's not a sparrow, or maybe he's a sparrow in the sparrow family. But cheers. So here's my next knitted project, and I've gotten pretty far on this. My husband and I and another friend of his and his wife, we went to the Smokies, and while they were out shooting, looking for bears, we were in the car, you know, every once in a while getting out and seeing what was going on. But I had plenty of time to work on my shawl. I believe this is the hipster shawl. And this is Malabrigo Rios, R-I-O-S. And I wanted to have it for the Cardinal games in April. So I'm a little late, but that's okay. There's always next year. So I really, really enjoyed this pattern. And I know I'm late to the game on this, but that's just the way it goes. So I've gotten pretty far on that. I'm just now to the middle section, and then I'll be doing the lacework pattern on that again. And I want to use up the yarn that I have, so that may determine how much of the repeat of the patterns that I want to put and add to this. So the other project that I really devoted a lot of my knit time, so my husband and his friend went out early in the morning, best for animal photography and if there was a pretty sunrise. And then I would sit out on their deck, which faced the Smoky Mountains, which was perfect. Bring my coffee out there, and then I just knit. And it was really nice and enjoyable just to be able to have a project or several projects that just worked well for that mindless knit. So this beautiful green, and it's showing a Kelly green, and it really isn't Kelly. It's just a true evergreen, if I can say it that way. But this is my birthday sweater that I'm going to be making with Joyce from Ruby Moss Cottage. And I've gotten to the point to where I'm going to be, I think, a couple more rows, and I'm going to be separating for the sleeves. So that's, to me, is very exciting. And this is the one, it's called the Richmond. It looks like this. Obviously this is black and white, but this is called the, and Joyce is watching this and she's yelling the name out, I can tell. I think it's the Richmond Hill Pullover. But we're hoping to have this done by, yeah, Richmond Hill Pullover. Hoping to have this done by our birthdays, which is in the fall. And hopefully we'll be able to get to see each other sometime and wear it, and then either wear it on our podcasts, which would be kind of fun, or just have it and send a picture through Instagram. But this is just really, it's a nice kind of a boat neck style neckline, which I really like. And so far this sweater has not been all that confusing for me. So then I say that before I get to the sleeves. So that is all I have really focused my knitting energy on. As you know, I did the 12 cast on with my friend Ange from the UK. She does 12 cast on usually between December and January, and kind of gets you excited about new projects. So the socks, the 2 socks were on my list. The shawl, the hitchhiker shawl, is on my 12 cast on. My birthday sweater. I have a sweater for my husband that I'm kind of poking along on because I want to focus on my birthday sweater first, and then I'll go ahead and work on his so that he can have it ready for next fall, next winter, when he goes on his trips and does his photography at night. So I do not have any spinning, which is kind of sad. This time of the year in spring, my focus really is split in so many different directions. I really work a lot outside in my garden, in my yard, and replanting, transplanting, putting out new seeds. I have a little vegetable, I don't even want to say a vegetable garden, but I have them in planters on my deck. I have started some seeds that are 2 or 3 different lettuce. I figured that that would be good because my deck is in a very shady area, and as you all know, a lot of vegetables need the at least 8 hours of sun, which if we're lucky we get 2. hours of sun. Excuse me. And then, so I've been putting different planters outside, and I'll take some pictures of what I just did, and focused on getting that ready for spring so that they can really take a hold. And then with these beautiful, nice sunny days, really take that time to really get their feet established and then grow. And then the other thing that has really been preoccupying my time is my rug hooking. And I am participating in a fodder class. That's Fodder. If you're on Instagram, you can see, pull up the fodder. And what it is, it's creating, it's a multimedia platform where you create different type of multimedia art for journaling, for I create some stationery and I put my fodder on my stationery. I create stamps, rubber stamps. So I have a few to show you there. I've gotten into acrylic painting, and what's really kind of mind-blowing for me, my mother was an oil painter, and she was an avid oil painter. So the minute you got into our home, when I was a teenager, you could smell the turpentine, so you knew there was an artist close by. And she always wanted me to dabble in the painting, and I mean, when you look at my mother's work and you think, how could I as a daughter even come close and or compete with my mother's works of art? She used to sell her artwork at art fairs, and she would teach different students in our home. So that was always a kind of a cool thing to see my mother do. But what is endearing is I'm finding myself in the acrylic world, dabbling in that and thinking about her as I'm doing this artwork, if you call it artwork. But it's a relaxation, and what ends up happening is you can tune out the world and just focus on your artwork. And that's what's the fun part of it. So hold on, I'll go get my stamps and show you some of my fodder pieces. I think you'll like it. It's something different. So hold on. Okay, I'm back. So I wanted to show you the, sorry if that's annoying. Here is my traveler's notebook, which I have my schedule, my work schedule, any type of priorities for home life. But here's some of my fodder right here, and I make collage with them. Again, here's another piece of fodder right here. And then I did some rubber stamp and did some cutouts, another rubber stamp, and did a different type of treatment. This, I created my own stencil and made that for my planting. Again, here's some fodder treatments. This was a stamp that I had from, excuse me, is it a stamp? Sticker, a clear sticker. And then here's some more fodder that I created, a stamp that I created. Again, different treatments. This is a sticker that I bought a while ago. And let's see, today is the 22nd, so that's this spread right now. So I have my work schedule over here. If I'm babysitting my granddaughter, that all goes in there. So that's where I'm at currently. with my fodder for my travelers. This goes with me everywhere. It's like a security blanket. I have no idea why, but I write notes. I have a pad in the back that I write notes in to remind me of them. So in the fodder class, we have different tasks and different artists, and they provide us with different media forms. And this is just to show you some tissue paper. I did an experimentation on the leaf side. This is with my gel plate. So I took some leaves from outside, and I think there was another leaf over here, but it didn't show up all that much. But what my plan is I'm going to take these and I'm going to, I'm going to glue them together, and then you're going to get that. And what I was thinking about doing, instead of putting this piece, like say, you tear it out, tear it, and then you put that, in, a layout that you had. Since I have all these windows here, I thought, wouldn't it be kind of cool if I made these, and they almost look like stained windows, stained glass windows. And I thought, wouldn't that be kind of fun to glue these together and then string them as a mobile for my windows? But who knows? I, may not. And then I'll take my fodder and I'll make on old pages in books. And there's my little birdie I was doing some testing on. And then I wanted to show you, here's a collection of some of the fodder that I got this at a garage sale. And I thought, what a cute way to show so that I can just grab them as I wanted to. So here's some of my little fodder pieces here that if I want to put them on some letterhead, which I have a couple of pen pals. Here's a little piece that I did with my stamping. And as you remember, the last time that I did this, I had my little birdie. And I'm so happy he turned out so cute. And here's another one. And this is on watercolor paper. So I just have a little plethora of art pieces that I'm just going to go ahead and keep together and see where they are calling for. And I got little baby hands too. So that's really been calling a lot of my attention. I also wanted to show you this, which I thought, there's art everywhere. This is from a case, Portugal wine box case that had, I believe, some like a rosé blend. It was so cool, but I bought it for the box. I thought the graphics were so cool, but the wine was actually really good, so it was a bonus. But see, I will take this, and I cut this out of the carton. But look at all those beautiful flowers and the little scripty areas, the way in which they did that. And I love the bird. I thought that bird was so cool. So I'll take these and I'll keep them, and I'll keep them out in front so I can see them. And who knows, I may end up creating a rubber stamp that I can use some of those ideas on. So speaking of my rubber stamps, here's one little stamp that I made, and I put it in one of our little lids from our take home from this grocery store. Here's another little graphic. Here's a star that I still need to take this out, that background. I may do something on the inside of that star also. This would be really cool as a water border, or using it for a Halloween decoration and make it kind of ghouly. And here's a smaller one. Here's a small star. And then here's a really big stamp. Now what I plan on doing is making these stamps and then either putting them on my gel plate and doing some creative work with the gel plate with the stamps, or just stamp on my notebooks, my old retired books that I peel the paper out. Here's one that I'm going to be doing shortly and send it to my friends who like baseball and put that on their stationery. So really, in a nutshell, that's it for today. I'm sorry it's a short content, but not all of them. I don't work on my knitting every day. I tend to have too much going on that I can't do it all in a day. Plus I work part-time, and that's changing also. So I'm going to have more of a routine schedule. So that's amazing. So I can get some of my artwork done. My art playtime, I should say. So I hope everyone is doing well. I want to let you know how much I appreciate everybody and the support that you give me with your comments. Please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button also. Tell your friends. If you have any questions about anything that I've talked about or interested in, please just give me a holler. You can reach out through the comments, and I try to answer them as best I can. But if everything, we value our friendships and we value the comments and the kind words. Just please be kind to everybody. We're struggling to get through, and we don't know who's struggling more. So just be kind and show them your love and support. And as always, enjoy your days. Thank you. Bye-bye.